Welcome back to the vlog. It's Ron from Taylor Racing, and today what we're going to do is we're going to swap out our gold forged magnesium wheels and put on a set of forged aluminum wheels. We're going to get rid of the gold wheels and put the black wheels on, not for aesthetics, but mainly because on the bike right now we've got a brand new set, well, slightly used track set of Pirelli Supercorsa tires I'm going to save for the track for another project, and we're just going to put a set of Dunlop Q3 Pluses on that I use because I'm going to be ripping around the streets and out and about and going on for rides with some guys. So I thought I would save the Supercorsas for the track because they're a little softer and they don't last nearly as long as the Q3 Pluses do. For those of you that know me, know that I'm a huge fan of the Dunlop Q3 Pluses, just because they do everything and they last a long time on the track, on the street, and they're very versatile. They're a great tire, and but these Supercorsas are a little softer, they're a little more fun on the track, a little more compliant. But I'm going to run the Q4s or Q3 Pluses, sorry, on the street on the Martini for the next little bit. So I'll do a short video here, and I'll remind you how to take the wheels off. First thing you need is a 30 mil for the other side of the axle here. That's the big nut, is a 30 mil. The one side you're going to use a 5 mil to get underneath here where your pinch bolts are, and you only want to do one side first. So I would loosen the big nut on your axle first, then loosen off the pinch bolts, and then an 8 mil for the calipers. So from there on, I'll do a time lapse here, and I'll show you how it's done. Stick around. Cheers. Okay, as you can see, that was the front end, the quick and dirty part of it. Remember that when you're doing your pinch bolts on the bottom, they're very, very small torque, and I can't remember, I don't even think it's foot pounds, it's like an inch pounds or something like that. So do not over tighten them. They do not need to be torqued super tight. Go back and forth a couple times, nice and gentle. I'll check out definitely check the torque settings for what they need to be done. But you do not want to over tighten them, because then you'll end up marring or even ovaling your axle, and then it's a pain in the ass to get out of the bottom of the fork. So make sure you do them back and forth a couple times to the recommended torque settings. Double check your pinch or your caliper bolts, tighten those up, and of course your axle. And then obviously remember, before you go riding, pump up your brakes again, because when you take the calipers off, the pads they pull apart and they're not up against the rotor. So you want to make sure once you put the rotor back in there that you close them up and get them back and running. And do not pull the brake when the calipers are off, because then the pads will close up, and then you have to like get a pry bar or a screwdriver or something, proper to make sure that the pads spread apart again. So that is the quick version of a front wheel swap, and we'll swap over and do the rear now. Stick around. All right, so here we are. We're back at the rear end of the bike. So we're back at the back. We're at the back of the bike. Anyway, so the first thing you want to do with these big single-sided swing arms is make sure that you have the right tools. What you really need is a 55 millimeter 12-point socket that you're going to need to get the rear nut off of the swing arm, and usually a big, like a 3-foot snipe, right? And you always need somebody to help you with it, because it's up to like 500 million torque pounds. So luckily we have Zeke here to help us out today, which he's really no help at all. So if you do not have somebody to help you to hold the bike while you reef on this 3-foot snipe, impact gun, or commonly referred to as the Ugga Ugga, or Ugga Duggas. So we're going to pull the retaining clip off, there's always a retaining clip on it. So take off the retaining clip. Take our 55mm socket onto the ugga, and boom. So, as you can tell, wheel pops off, and there are multiple pieces. It's usually a 2-piece, 3-piece. So there's this piece, a ring in the middle, and then your 55mm 12 point. So take the wheel off, tip it aside, take your cheaper, your less expensive wheel that's not forged magnesium, just forged aluminum, and you put it onto your swing arm. Now, if you look closely, there are 4.4. There we go. There we go. 4 of these, and on the back of the wheel, there's 4 holes as well. So you want to line up the little pins to the holes, and make sure you're lined up. Put it on. Your nut. Your impact. And of course, we will torque it up once I get the big torque wrench out of the race trailer. We don't have it here at the moment, but there's little holes. So you line up the holes to where there's one of the notches. Then you put it in and down. And you're set. That's it. That's how quickly you can do a rear wheel if you have the right tools. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for us. And we'll see you here next week. Cheers, everyone. Ride safe.